I love that.
This is a very special video because I'm finally announcing the new wrap color to my Audi. Tomorrow we're gonna head over to Surrounding Pro Houston, unveil the wrap, and give you guys an update on what's happening with the car. Had a bunch of parts finally come in so we can start getting the car ready to be running on the road again. I've honestly really missed it because if you don't know, I was like basically daily driving my Audi, even though it's a race car, and even though I do have my truck, that's technically my actual daily. But last time we discovered there's a bunch of metallic bits in the inlet pipe, so we have a big problem on our hand, and I don't know what's causing it. And since it is a fully built motor, which I spend $20,000 on, I know, yeah, people are gonna think I'm a little crazy for that one. Base model Audi, I love that. But I don't really want to blow the new engine, so we have to figure out where this is coming from, and hopefully it's contained. But for right now, I want to give you guys an update on the S2K. So if you don't know, I recently bought a Fast and Furious S2K, and I actually bought it a year ago, but I finally imported it. In my last video, I'll give you guys a rundown of the entire car. We lifted up on the lift, and we did a full inspection. And may I say, for the short term that I have had this car and been a Honda S2K owner, I am absolutely in love. Like, I'm low-key turning into a Honda girl because of it, which is crazy for me to say because y'all know I am a Nissan girl at heart. But there's just something about this car, it hits phenomenally, especially when you hit VTEC. And the first time I hit VTEC, I kept hitting it over and over and over again. I also had mentioned that this car had underglow. Unfortunately, when I took a closer look at the car, the underglow did not work and I had to rip it off. So I do have to get a new set of underglow for the car. But I also told you guys that I officially bought the first car part for it, which is a K&N cold air intake. And honestly, I couldn't wait on installing it, so I already put it on the car. Let's take a look. It looks so good. Like, look how beautiful it looks in the engine bay, and honestly, it cleared out so much space. And this intake was dyno tuned to give you 29 horsepower gain. Right over here is my stock intake box, and it's very clunky and dirty, and honestly, it took up so much space. When I was installing this, I was literally sitting in the engine bay, which is so crazy for me to understand. I was sitting right on this beam and had my feet on that pillar, which allowed me to be more hands-on because you do change out all of these hoses. There was honestly a lot more involved with this install than I had originally assumed there would, but honestly, it was so worth it. Also, make sure to cop some merch and give me some ideas on what I should install onto this car next. I want to just modify the life out of this thing. Everything is stock, and y'all know I can't do stock. Everything has to be aftermarket in my world. I am aiming to make this car fast, just like in Fast and Furious, so the plan is either to turbocharge it or supercharge it, but y'all know I love my I'm getting better at it. But since I haven't finished a turbocharged build on the Miata, it probably should be on the back burner for a little bit. Plus, I'm daily driving the car, so. But enough of the S2K. Tomorrow, I'm heading over to Surrounding Pro Houston. Today, we are back to work on the Audi build. If you're new to the page, my Audi back in January got hit by a car, and it wasn't me. I wasn't the problem, I swear. The lady actually reversed into me in the drive-thru while I was stationed waiting for my morning Starbucks run. And now, it did a lot more damage than I initially thought. In the previous video, I took you guys through all the things that are broken on the car, and there's definitely a good amount. Like, I was actually surprised at just how much damage it did. And we also started removing a part of the wrap. We do have to get the rest of the car off. I did have to rewrap this entire car because of this accident, because you can't just rewrap certain panels because it's just not going to be the same color. The sun damage over time shifts the color, so it just wouldn't match the rest of the car. But since then, we've got a lot of the parts ordered. A lot of it has arrived. So Brian, you want to take us through what do we have?
All right, so some of the replacement parts have come. So we have the intercooler, as we showed last time, behind the box, how it's not straight anymore. We call it the not fun parts here in the other box. It's the water couplings, unions, things like that.
I do also want to show you guys the wrap color that I chose for the Audi. So let's go ahead and show that. I know. Satin black again, red again. You're gonna do red and black on the Audi again. I swear, it's going to look good once you guys see the design. If you want to guess what you guys think the design is going to be in the comment section, let me know, because I don't think y'all are gonna be able to guess what I have in mind. I am so excited with the way that this is gonna turn out. I just know that the design that I have imagined in my head is going to make this car look like the most awesome track car ever. I am absolutely insanely happy with the color choices that I made. Milliotone is going to look so good on this car. I just know it. I know some of y'all think that it might look like my current wrap color, but I swear in person it doesn't look the same.
It's much better.
Brian can attest, I swear, I'm not crazy. All right, so here's the engine and here's everything that we're gonna be doing today. So everything that's in that box is gonna get installed. What we're gonna do is remove this hose, remove the throttle body, and then we'll have access to the water pump as well as the thermostat. Brian putting in the work. See, this is what I don't like about Audis is they have so many like trim pieces. Like, I will be honest, I broke all the coil pack clips.
Here's one upgrade that you don't have from this motor.
What's
You
that?
can actually put a Huracan throttle body over.
A Huracan throttle body?
Yeah, it's a larger diameter opening. I think these are 55 mil, and I think they go to 62 or 63 mil.
I kind of want to say that I have a Lamborghini part on my Audi. My base model Audi has the Lambo parts. I will say, like, the one thing that I don't miss on working on the Audi is the fact that there's so many like sensors and clips and all this. Like, this looks like a mess. I've gotten way too used to working on my 90s cars. Like, everything's so easy. Like, the manifold here is impossible, but on my Miata and like all those other cars, there's like 6 bolts holding it down. This is also the 4th time that this water pump is getting changed out. Ryan, you had an accident. Yeah, I don't miss this. I'm sorry. I don't miss this. I thought I did, but it's not the case. Oh wow, that is really. It actually is cracked. Oh, now it's definitely cracked. The funny part is insurance kind of tries to fight you on these parts and like saying it's not, when like that hairline crack really can lead to so much more than what they think.
Well, what's funny is, so on these Audis, it's a water pump and thermostat housing. It's all one unit. So when the insurance guy came out, he tried to say, well, you only need the water pump. Well, it's one unit. He found some random obscure thing that he said was only 75 bucks, which is not the right stuff. So we got the right parts, but part of mine behind the scenes is I'm fighting the insurance company for Annie to get them to pay all the appropriate stuff.
Yeah, if you guys saw the original estimate that they gave us to fix the car, $2,800 to fix it. That won't even cover like the hood, let alone like the bumper. I don't even know how they came up with that number because that's insane. The Audi R8 tattoo. That's how you know you love your car that much. The absurd amount of sensors and wires hanging off here is actually crazy. Literally like digging for gold. I can't even tell you where each sensors go back onto.
I can.
Well, you've been working on Audis for how many years now?
Too many.
And the water pump is out. So where's the crack again?
Broke there.
Oh, well, there, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. So what was that?
Dark Fury.
Dark Fury.
So we use it for, it's a type of degreaser, but it's primarily for wheels, but it works really well on grease and brake dust, anything that has like iron buildup.
So this is my inlet pipe. This is my inlet pipe, and if you remember last time, we looked at the turbo and we found a lot of metallicness inside of the inlet pipe. And we have it off, and let me just tell you, it's definitely shiny. We decided to make the decision of taking off the manifold and trying to take a closer look to see what could be causing this. Lovely, I love that. This is torquey! All right, the water pump is going on. All right, so I think that's gonna be enough for today. So we've got a good amount of work done. No, we did not get it officially running. If anything, I went backwards and I took off the manifold, but it's okay because now we're checking to see what's going on with the turbo and why is it so metallic. So while we work on that and work on getting the rest of the wrap off, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.